at my club, and I have finished ranking every single Disney princess. Now here comes for some more stuff that I'll be ranking. So if you don't know, I have been like ranking Disney princesses, so I've been like going through and putting them all on my Google Slides and stuff. Anyways, the things that I have yet to do. I have to, because obviously I have more. So I've been doing this, the ranking, mainly because I've been putting them in these slides, because my plan is to eventually lay them out on how, if I owned every single one of these dolls, how I put them on shelves, because that's what I've been doing as well. A little series that I have where I like put them in an order. Not that I have close to near the amount of these dolls that there are, but I do really like the nice little way that they, I don't know, organizing the layout, I guess. So if you haven't seen those, you can check them out. But anyways, the next thing to do is to kind of take a look at my layout. Give me a second. So we're taking a look at the layout. So I have it looking something like this, and my goal here is, sorry, I keep distracting myself. I am getting awfully close here. So in my like layouts that I've been doing, I think I'm here. I think I've done this, like my next one would be Monster High, and then I'd go into this Monster High, this, and then I'm at Disney Princesses, okay? So I want to get all of the Disney princesses that I need onto a list. So if you can see, I did this, but obviously I'm just gonna like mix them in. The only ones that might be slightly different are the live action. So I'm still gonna add live action to my list, but I still haven't done, because they're not on here because I consider them just a part of the Disney princesses, would be the Rapunzel. I haven't done the Rapunzel TV show or the Elena of Avalor dolls. What else? I have a little Google Sheets of it. I have to do, give me one second. Like I said, I have to do live action. I have to do the packs. You can already see like the one that I'm using here is from a pack. I have to pick out the packs and like put them in order because I didn't do that. I just skipped them. I also have to do any of the random releases that I might have not added. And Tinkerbell, not the Disney fairies, but Tinkerbell, like when they added her. So we'll kind of just show throughout what I'm doing. I don't know who I'm going to start with, okay? Okay, so what I decided to start with first is going to go through the packs, because in theory I have a little bit before I need to do live action since they're not going to be here next. And then obviously I guess it's not obvious, I'm just using my thoughts. I think I'm going to do the TV show, so Tangled, the TV show, and then Elena of Avalor. And then I'll probably go through the random characters. Tinkerbell doesn't have a lot of like well written, like documented so far on either of the sites pages. That's just not very documented. I'm not sure about any of the other random characters because there's some random, like there's a Zootopia doll that I would like to add. There's also, okay, we'll get into who else is there. I'll show ya. The thing that I'm gonna have the biggest issue with is determining, like not putting more than one of the characters or packs on here, since obviously there are more than one character in each, so I'm gonna have to be paying attention to that. I finished Belle with, there's roughly 2, and then some of them have 3 per slide, but a lot of them have 2 other than I spelled Radiance wrong, my bad. No, it does not care. Okay. 10 slides, and then I did Alice, and Alice has 2, but they're already on here, so we're still at 10 slides with 2 characters down. I'm on slide 21, and I just finished Belle. We're moving on to, I think, Merida. After doing Brave and Cinderella, we're on slide 23, so haven't moved very far. It gets really easy, or like less packs to deal with the more I get into this, so that's nice. I have just finished doing Frozen, Encanto, and then Enchanted. They had done, but we are on slide 29, so getting a few. Okay, so since that point, I have looked over Hercules, Hunchback of Notre Dame, Little Mermaid, skipping Mary Poppins, Moana, Mulan, Pocahontas, Princess and the Frog / Tiana, Raya, Sleeping Beauty, and Snow White. We have 2 left. What slide are we on? We are on slide 32, so let's keep going. Okay, so like I said, I did all of the gift sets, and then I did the little characters. I found as many Tinkerbells I have her look at my Disney fairies, and I just don't have a good database that is tracking Tinkerbell. So we got Tinkerbell and Wendy. We've got some other side characters that they did, and then I'm doing the Rapunzel Tangled series. But the issue is I hate the Hasbro ones, so we're only doing a few of those. So, yeah, because I just don't like them at all. But I probably would want like one in my collection, probably better than these two, because I think there are a few others that are a little bit better, but not by much. So we're just putting them in for examples, but I don't really like them, so and that's okay, and I don't have to add them to my list. Okay, so here's what's left: Elena of Avalor, live action, Soul, and then I added fashion and play sets because I want to. These two I can do last, but I probably should do these. I have completed Elena of Avalor. That means that on this slide we have 50 slides, with everything being Elena of Avalor, being the random ones here, with the gift sets. Gift sets taking up, I believe, the most at 36 slides. So then everything else is that, and obviously I put a space in between each of my things. So yeah, that's that. Okay, so now for adding more stuff to a bunch of my slides, I made a new slide. I have finished Jasmine. We're doing fashions and play sets next. So we have fashions here. I have reached 3 fashions for Jasmine, and then scrolling all the way down here, we have 3 slides for play sets, and then I think some of them are not exclusively, I think they're just Disney Princess, but they were under Jasmine, so we're going to do that. Again, I have to make sure that I'm paying attention to not put more than one of what I have. I feel like it's a little dark here, so apologies, but that's what we're doing here. So I will continue to update. I think I'll have more to actively update. I know like at some point I was like, I've done 6 princesses and like done 1 slide, but with this it's like fashions, so I feel like there'll be a decent amount of those for some of the characters at least. So now we're moving on to Alice. I don't know if she'll have anything, but we'll go through, and what I do is I'm using the Toy Sisters, which hopefully I'll have linked. On her, I don't think we're gonna see it. There's it shows like the multi-packs. Okay, I don't think she has anything because I originally added this playset when I placed her, so the playset's already been added to her slide, so I don't need to double add it. And you have to have like that kind of memory. So Alice, we have 0. Beauty and the Beast, I go to each thing and I scroll through it and see if there are any fashions / play sets in here, and then sometimes you might see, okay, so fashions are right here, and I click on it, and then I look through the fashions and add them. Some of the dolls come with like a little playset. If it was 1 doll, I probably added the playset already, so I won't be including it. Like some of them come with like a closet or vanity. They're already added to it, so I don't need to add them. But yeah, for Belle, I'm at slide 5 of fashions, and I added 1 playset. It was a horse. I was like, do I include the horse as a playset or not? I don't know. Moving on to, I don't know who's next, but whoever's after Belle, maybe Merida, I don't know. So I just finished up Cinderella. We got to slide 13 with Cinderella. I haven't been doing their names really. I think some of them I have. And then for this one, I'm working the opposite way. So like we're at slide 34 there, but 28. I don't know what originally I was at, but well, that was Belle. We were at 32. And then I did 31, 30, 31. Nope. Okay, wait. I'm going down the other way. Let's start over. 32. We got 31 with Cinderella, 30, 29, 28. So we got a few Cinderella stuff. And then I did Elena of Avalor, but she didn't have any fashions or playsets. So let's continue forward. Okay, so I've done a few princesses for this. Okay, wait. We reached Cinderella. I did Maribel / Encanto. They only had 1 playset, so and it was like a little create your own. I thought this was adorable, and I was like, I'd like to have that. One of my like fun little like goals / things that I would want to do is I'd want like random furniture. Specifically, I was looking at, there was like Disney vanity sets. They're like very bright colored. I want to have a dollhouse and then just have like mix and match furniture, just random weird colored furniture that does not match anything else. I thought that was adorable. I think it's like a, I don't know what it's supposed to be, but it looks like a sewing set. It's a little small, but put it on a table, and it feel like it would work. Then I did Frozen. We have a few play sets here. I did Hercules. There was a horse, and I count the horses. And then I did Esmeralda, which is Hunchback of Notre Dame, and I don't think... Okay, and then I had another play set. Okay, going to fashion. After Cinderella, we reach Frozen. Crazy enough, Frozen did not really have play sets. We had a Hercules outfits, and then we had Hunchback of Notre Dame. Is it Notre Dame? I think that's correct. So moving on to whoever's after Hunchback of Notre Dame, and I don't know who it is. So next, Ariel had so many fashions. We're at slide 26, and then I had to add a bunch, but we only got 2 play sets from Ariel, so, but a lot of fashion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, nope, 10 whole slides of them, which is about 30 fashions each, which is insane. She had a lot of like mermaid ones from Tycho, which good for Tycho. Anyways, next on to Who Knows. Okay, finishing it off here, we did a Tiana playset and Mulan, also Mulan there, and then Snow White. And then for fashions, let's go. I got a few fashions. Okay, who did we end off with? I think Ariel. Okay, we got Mulan. I don't know if I showed. And we did Pocahontas fashions, and then I did Tiana fashions, Aurora, and more Aurora. We also did Snow White. Anyone else? Lots of Bic and Snow White. We did some Rapunzel, and then I went and found a few Hasbro ones, so we ended it with 39 slides of fashion, including roughly 2 to 3 per slide, and then 41 out of 53 slides, so backwards, whatever that is. Not too many playsets, but also when I was doing some of the dolls had playsets with them. These were just ones that either mostly didn't have a doll, or maybe did come with a doll and I just skipped it, because usually I try to put the doll ones in. Anyways, that is that. And I think I'm gonna end the video here. The ones that I have left, Disney. I did Elena of Avalor. I did the Hasbro. I forgot to add Hasbro, but I did do the Hasbro. So now I did fashions and playsets. The ones that will be left is live action and the Soul dolls, which is Disney reimagined. But they don't have to be done yet because they're a little bit later on my doll layout and where they're going to be placed. But I'm still going to probably do them soon. But those will be the last 2. So I'm going to end it here. But this is me just adding more stuff so that I can do like a Disney, like a big Disney doll layout, and how I lay them out if I had every single doll / the ones that I wanted, because obviously I don't want or need all of them, but it would be fun. So this took a lot of work, but I liked doing it. And if I missed anything or missed any fashions, let me know. But I'm back. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye.